what we're doing is I'm going to put this in a new package. I'll call it interfaces. Did I spell it right? And let me start with my class. I'll call it my action listener. Again, what's nice about this is okay, so I say implements lack action listener. I get a red squiggly. What does it say? Can't find the simple action listener. One of the things I can do is fix imports. And I see that action listener is in the package java.awt.event. And now it's still giving me a red squiggly. What does it say? It's not abstract and is not. And so one of the things I can do, and this is a very useful thing. Again, I click on the little light bulb. I have several choices. One of which is I can make it abstract. So the thing is that if I choose to implement an interface, but I choose to not implement all of these methods, I can do that. I can implement some of the methods, but not all the methods, but I have to declare myself abstract. But I don't want to do that. There's only one, implement all abstract methods. That's the most handy one. There's only one method here, and that is action performed. And it gives me this action of, action performed, and then this throws exception just to make sure that I actually implement it. So what am I going to do? What I'll do is I'll just sort of do a little print line just to show. And then okay, and there's a thing called action command. What is that? We'll find out. Okay, so what does this do? This is this is about as small as you can get. So what is this? This is something that you want to do when the user clicks a button. So for example, let's say the user has like an open file button, and when you click on that, then you want it to do something. What is it you want to do in that case? You want it to pop up a little dialog that gives you the opportunity to navigate your file system and choose a file. This is where you would put that code. This is where you would say, here's when I hear this action event from a button that I'm listening to, and that button is one that says I want to choose a file, then I'll pop up one of these dialogues and navigate. This is where you would put that code. And what's nice about this is it provides a separation between the graphics, that button, and what I do with it. Okay, so where are we here? All right, what happened? Oh, I put it in the wrong place. Let's just move it here. Where'd it go? All right. Okay, now. All right, so let's try this out. Now, I'm going to do some things that are a little bit of a peek ahead to stuff we haven't covered quite yet, but at the very least, what I can do is let's create a button. And now notice we actually have a number of different options. I say, all right, so that's if I wanted to create a button and the text on that button says click me, then that's how I would do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna, just to show you how it's, well, at this point I can actually, again, I can, without actually trying to display anything, I can programmatically use this. So let's, okay, so now I'm instantiating one of my action listener guys. And again, this I need to import this. And here's how I connect it. I say my button, add action listener, my action listener. Now, my action listener is listening to the button. And in fact, just using this, what I can do without even displaying it, that's the advantage of that little do click method. I can do a click on it and see what happens. So what should happen is it should make a callback to this right here. And we see that this got invoked, and what this called an action command, in fact, was the text of this button. Now, I mean, so if you want to see it in operation, I'm going to do some things that we'll explain later, but let's, that, not J-frame. Okay. No, how big should we make it? 300 by 200. And then what I'm doing is I'm adding the button. Oh, it's added to the north. Okay. And then this is one of the few times when we actually want to use what's called an anonymous inner class, and all of this will be explained later. And this is again. Oops. All right. The whole point of this is to actually show one of these. All right, so there's my button. And when I click it, the action listener responds. Okay, so this is using the interface as a callback. And again, that's one of the most useful parts of that.